You gotta run the stuff by me first.
I don't have to do.
Hold on. Listen, let's just have a conversation for a second. Whoa.
This is Sydney. I'm staging today.
You're whatting today?
Sydney, she's helping us out today.
Cousin, you ordering different mayonnaise, bro?
These bananas?
No, all you, chef.
Yeah, oh, you, chef. This Biff, he was using them to make a giant nut muffin.
It was a play on a panettone. It would have been beautiful if you let me finish it, all right?
Fuck you.
Cousin!
Richie Jaramovich. Pleasure to meet you, sweetheart.
Don't say sweetheart, you f***ing
Sorry,
weirdo.
Carm, you're so woke. I made nothing by it. Sydney, saying sweetheart's just part of our Italian heritage.
That's beautiful.
Italian
Thank
and-
you.
Okay, listen, I'm trying to talk to you, okay? Don't be rude and start doing a million things like a smart ass. I don't ever have time to take care of your mom for 6 months.
I can tell you right now where this is going for right here. So you're gonna always have cooks and people that don't like a lot of change, and so everybody has levels. So let's say there's 5 people. Who is the top one that cannot handle the change? And maybe they might be the leader of this kitchen or holding things together. This is that guy right here. He cannot handle any change. It's been the same for everything. He has everything on lockdown for certain ingredients, certain people he talks to. And so as a result, what happens is they're usually the last person to finally listen and get with the program of pivoting as a business, or they end up leaving. And majority of the time they tend to leave. And so, but this is actually kind of a long process of doing this. It usually takes a couple months if you do it right. You talk to all the cooks and chefs and you find out what is going on with them and find out, oh, okay, this is how the business works here. This is what the customers like here. How do you work? What is your lifestyle? What's going on with you? Okay, these are your problems. Once you've figured everything out, then you sit down as a group after you've figured out what's the things that need to be fixed, and you say, hey, I have noticed you have some great ideas. Let's bring these out. I want you to express them. And then some people are going to try and talk over because they've known them so long. And so you have to cut it off. Can you stop right there? They're going to talk about some ideas. We're going to hear them out, and we're going to give them a try. This is an experimental kitchen. We're going to figure this out. We work as a team. Do we not want to serve the customer? Do we not care about putting great food? That shuts them up quite quickly. So that's what ends up happening. But it's usually a 3 months process of doing it if you're doing it correctly. But most chefs, when they come into a kitchen and they want to be all hot dog and whatnot, big dog, sorry, they get very defensive and they try to change everything without even understanding how that business works, how the audience works, what we just went over. And they end up leaving instead because they can't hack it. Instead of just being a researcher, being open-minded, and building rapport with all the other cooks to gain respect. And that's how you actually start making change. And that's the difference between, the chef in the industry versus the 80% of our restaurants that fail in the industry. The 80% of those people tend to not do the research and tend to not actually build that rapport relationships because all they care about is the money. And you're in the wrong business. The cooking industry, there's not a lot of margins. There can be if you're doing, wholesale and you're doing banquets, but if it's just a restaurant, not the case.